In today's video, I'm in Takamatsu, the capital city of Kagawa Prefecture, famous for having a 3-star Michelin garden, a castle, and most importantly, Sanuki Udon. Sanuki Udon is the most popular style of udon in Japan and is characterized by its square shape, firm texture, and extremely chewy noodles. In today's video, we're going to visit 3 different locations, including what is most likely Takamatsu's #1 most popular udon shop. The first location we're visiting is Sakaeda Udon. They offer many different kinds of hot and cold udon. In Japan, most udon shops are cafeteria style and self-serve for things like tempura, oden, onigiri, and all your toppings, which include green onions, tempura bits, grated ginger, and different sauces. I ordered a medium kake udon which cost 370 Japanese yen or around 3 Canadian dollars. We're going to start with the most basic form, which is kake udon, and it consists of udon noodles in a dashi broth. I added lots of green onions and grated ginger. This was my first taste of Sanuki udon in the Sanuki region, and it was just as incredible as I had imagined. Each noodle had the perfect chewy, dense texture, which made them so satisfying to eat. The dashi broth had a light, slightly salty, but very comforting flavor, but was obviously improved with some chili powder. In fact, one of the main reasons I enjoy kake udon so much is how you can customize it to your own preferences. Kake udon is my go-to choice. It's a perfect comfort food in my opinion. And for about 3 Canadian dollars, I don't really see how it can get better than this. The noodles are made and cooked fresh for each order and still barely cost more than cup noodles. This was an incredible first bowl of Sanuki udon, but let's try something a little bit more exciting. The second location is Hanamaru Udon, a chain originating in Takamatsu in 2000 which also serves Sanuki-style udon. They were offering a miso scallop butter flavor, which I loaded up with the usual toppings. This bowl was about twice the price of the previous one and was definitely the most luxurious bowl of udon I've ever had. There were 4 nice-sized scallops which were tender with a rich seafood flavor, and the butter added another level of rich savoriness. The standard udon broth is just the light dashi broth like we had at our first location, but this one had an incredibly rich miso taste. It was salty with a deep umami flavor. There was also a little bit of seafood flavor from the scallops and wakame. Usually I go for pretty plain bowls of udon, so this was a pretty big but pleasant change. The noodles were exactly what I expected from Sanuki udon, extra firm, dense, and chewy. I truly believe these are the most satisfying noodle to eat in the world. The wakame and crispy tempura bits added some additional and pleasant textures to the udon. The flavor was great, rich and savory, but I still just like pouring in chili powder. The thicker miso broth stuck to the noodles a lot better than the previous dashi broth. And of course the scallops were rich and delicious. Another fantastic bowl of udon. The final location was the most popular udon restaurant I've ever seen. I had actually come the day before around lunchtime, but the line was so long I decided to come back the next day right at 6 a.m. when it opened. Even at 6 a.m. there were a fair amount of people. This was Udon Baka Ichidai, and this is their most popular udon. Butter and black pepper with egg and green onions. The noodles are served hot and without broth. You crack the egg into the hot noodles and mix everything until the butter melts and the egg begins to slowly cook and stick to the noodles. This bowl costs about 450 Canadian. The first taste you notice is definitely the rich butter flavor. The egg adds a very pleasant, slippery texture to udon, very similar to a carbonara. The coarsely ground pepper and green onions add really nice secondary flavors. This was a simple bowl of noodles, but the preparation and combination of ingredients was perfect. As with the previous 2 bowls, the noodles were perfectly dense and chewy. However, without the broth and with the addition of butter and egg, these noodles were even more satisfying to eat and also felt more substantial. These were definitely the most chewy of all 3 udon shops I visited. Butter soy is a very common and loved flavor profile in Japan, so it was not too surprising to see how popular this udon was. This was another incredible bowl of udon. But after visiting 3 different shops and trying 3 different bowls of udon, I have to say all 3 were incredibly delicious. However, my favorite is still the basic kake udon. It's just so comforting, and for the price of about $3, it can't be beat for value. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this short video showing off 3 different bowls of Sanuki udon from the Sanuki region of Japan. In my opinion, this is 100% the best carb in the world, and so much more enjoyable to eat than the more popular ramen. Let me know in the comments which bowl you think looked the best. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video from Takamatsu.